Good evening and welcome to the pinning ceremony of the nursing class of January 2016. My name is Elizabeth Mee and I will be your MC for this evening. I would like to start us off with the president of CCM, Dr. Edward J. Yaw.
Thank you very much, Elizabeth. I can tell already that this is going to be an extraordinary night. It always is. These ceremonies are always very special, but you're getting us off to a very good start. First and foremost, I need to congratulate the graduates who will be pinned this evening and congratulate you on your accomplishment for getting through what we always say is by far the most difficult program that the college has to offer. So you've endured a lot, you've worked a lot, and you deserve this very, very special night. So congratulations to each and every one of you. And one of the things that makes this event so special is that we're able to include all the people who supported you through your studies here at the college. So your family, your friends, neighbors, and so forth. And I want to thank them for all of their support for you while you went through this program. So thank you very much for your support. And while we're in the thanking mode, I also need to thank the faculty who are sitting up here in the front, who've worked so very hard to make sure that you're well prepared for your future duties in the nursing departments across the state of New Jersey and perhaps around the world. So thank you to the faculty especially. Now, we do have some rules for this event, but the rule is that we have no rules, because what we encourage you to do, because this is a very emotional event for these students especially, and for many of you in the audience as well. So it's perfectly okay if you want to hoot and holler. If there are crying babies out there, that's okay too. None of those things bother us. We want this to be an authentic event in every aspect. In fact, for the first time tonight, our pinning ceremony is being streamed so that folks around the world, frankly, can view this event as it happens. And I know that for some of you that's important because you have people in other parts of the state, other parts of the world that would be like to be here, but they're just unable to be here. So we're happy to do that, and we're excited to be doing that tonight for the first time. So we're delighted to be able to do that. I also wanted to acknowledge a couple of people who are here tonight who don't have speaking parts, but who are very important to the college and very important to this program. And they are Dr. Dwight Smith, our Vice President of Academic Affairs, and Dr. Betty Simmons, our Vice President for Student Development and Enrollment Management. So thank you both for what you do every day, but for being so loyal to this program and coming to these events consistently. So we appreciate that very, very much. Now, this is not a sermon, but let me just say a few things that I would like to suggest that you consider for your future. Obviously, we want you to pass your NCLEX exam. You're going to hear that from others, I'm sure, before this evening is over. Not that that isn't paramount in your minds already, but I need to reinforce it. And when you pass that, and we all celebrate, we'll be absolutely thrilled. But I also hope, and I know many of you are planning to do this, I hope that you will continue your education, that you will continue your work towards your BSN degree, perhaps ultimately a master's degree, and perhaps even a PhD in nursing, so that you can come back and teach future generations of nursing students. We're going to have a great need for faculty in the future in this program, and that's going to be a major shortage that all of our colleges are facing. So I'd like at least for you to keep that in the back of your mind to come back and teach for us, because frankly, people who teach for us now who've been students here at the County College come with special talents. They understand the work that's involved, the sacrifices that are required, and the kinds of students that we teach. And so they have extra gifts to share with their students. So I urge you to think about that. And I've already mentioned the NCLEX exam. You may have even already heard a rumor that sometimes I challenge the graduating class to do well on that exam, and that if you, as a group, get a 100% pass rate, I promise you that I will take you all to lunch. And believe it or not, I've had to do that a couple of times. And I'm always delighted to do that. In fact, one of the most gratifying experiences I had was one year when I had done that, the students came back a year later and they were able to share their experiences in the real world with each other, and that was a wonderful event. But anyway, hopefully we'll get to do that together in the very near future as well. Now, we have a great group of CCM Board of Trustees members who are here this evening, and to add his welcome to the group, I'd like to invite to the stage Dr. Joseph Ricca, who is the chairperson of our Board of Trustees at the County College of Morris. Dr. Ricca.
Thank you, Dr. Yaw, and good evening. Welcome, everybody, and certainly congratulations to all of you. I'd like to introduce our Board of Trustees, those that are with us this evening. First, Vice Chair Paul LaCitra. Our Treasurer, Lori Bogard. Trustee Jeffrey Advocate. Trustee Dr. Barbara Hadsma. Trustee Tom Pepe. And Trustee Lance Tax. Again, from all of us, a very hearty congratulations and a job well done. I've been hearing so much about this exam that's looming on the horizon, and I'm sure you're all very well prepared for it. And I really do hope that Dr. Yaw has to buy you lunch. I think that'll be fantastic. Your accomplishment is extraordinary, and we all know how much you've sacrificed, and certainly you all know how much they've sacrificed, how hard it's been, how much effort and time goes into an achievement like this. Through all of those science and mathematics courses, all of the labs, all the homework, all the projects, you've made it. So you should feel very good about that. You're about to embark on a truly noble profession, and you'll be helping people and you'll be changing lives. In yesterday's post, there was a headline. This will help you remember just how important nurses really are. And the long and the short of it was a veteran nurse in her late 60s was receiving treatments regularly. And the younger nurse who was assisting her just seemed so familiar. And so eventually she asked her, where she was from, what her name was. And it turns out that this younger nurse, when she was born, had an issue that she needed a feeding tube. And this older nurse was actually the nurse who took care of her and fed her for so many months and nursed her until she was well enough to go home. Can you imagine that connection in this giant world taking place? That's the kind of impact that you're going to have on the world. And I read that story and I thought about this evening, and I said, I have to share that with you because you need to know how important you are and how special you are, and the path that you've taken is going to enrich so many lives in the future, and we're so proud of you for that. You're life changers. We at CCM are very proud of you, and we wish you all the very best moving forward. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. It is now my great pleasure to introduce the Nursing Department Chairman, Kathleen Haran.
Hello and welcome. First, I would like to recognize our Dean of Health and Natural Sciences, Monica Maraska. Stand up. She is our past chairperson of the nursing department, and this is the first pinning ceremony in almost 20 years that she's not a part of the nursing department. We wish her congratulations on her promotion to dean, and thank you for all your tireless service over the years to our students in our department. And I do second the welcome to all of our guests in the audience, faculty, family, friends, and of course, you guys, our graduates. To our graduates, our congratulations are most definitely in order. You have worked really hard, very, very hard to get here. And today is a day to celebrate. Today, the 39 of you join the largest and most trusted healthcare profession, as we know in the Gallup polls, and a profession that is 3 million strong. So with your new knowledge and enthusiasm, joining such a powerful and large group, think about what an impact you can make. It has been nice to get to know all of you, even electronically, and your varied backgrounds in the online course, Colloquium. I know it was your favorite class, and you looked forward to all of my assignments. They were less concrete, I would say, and forced you to shift focus from atrial fibrillation and shock back into ethics, legal issues, resumes, interview prep. Contrary to belief, I didn't teach you how to take the NCLEX during that class, but you'll learn that or are learning that now. One of the discussion posts that we had was about the impact of technology on the healthcare profession. And I remember one of you commented that technology has radically transformed healthcare. And I sat there and thought, well, those are strong words. I'm not sure I agree it's radically transformed. And then I thought more about it and I agreed. Things are much different than when I was a new graduate in nursing 23 years ago. On one hand, technology has made so many things better. Micro-preemies survive because of technology. Monitoring systems are more sensitive and complex because of technology. People can walk around waiting for heart transplants with an LVAD because of technology. Sharing of information in electronic health records is much easier because of technology. We can look up a drug's side effects, the news on the internet, text a friend, communicate with 20 people all in seconds on our smartphone because of technology. But I think to myself, can we become too reliant on technology? I recently saw a picture, and many of you have probably, that was titled Visiting with Grandma. And there was Grandma and her 3 grandchildren on a sectional. Grandma was sitting in the corner looking around expectantly, and all 3 kids had their heads down, scrolling through their phones, not interacting with each other or her. Then it said, one day you'll look up and Grandma won't be there. It was a bit sad, but also a wake-up call, I think, to everyone who saw that image. What do we miss when we're looking down? What do we miss with our patients and in real life? So this, again, reminded me of a comment that came up during one of our advisory board meetings when a representative said communication is sometimes a challenge for new nurses. Communication not only to patients, but amongst each other in reports and different things that we have to do. She said, sometimes I think new nurses would rather text their patients than talk to them. That I found a bit scary, and I know that you guys are all comfortable talking to patients. It was a dramatic comment. But I do want to caution you to put the device down when you're in the patient room. Put the device down, whatever it is, can probably wait, and look up and connect to your patients the old-fashioned way, the low-tech way. Take the time to sit down next to your patients, look at them, and really listen, really be present. We owe it to them, and no technology will ever take the place of those face-to-face interactions that I'm sure you've all had and will continue to have. I also think nurses can become too reliant on the technology to show us all of the answers. Machines aren't infallible. If the automated blood pressure cuff breaks down or all of a sudden isn't charged, I guarantee you'll have to know how to take a manual blood pressure. So make sure you can. You have time to practice. If you can't find a pulse ox machine, you can still gather a lot of information from a full respiratory assessment. And if a machine tells you that the patient's okay, but they tell you that something's not right, or you sense that something's wrong, trust your instincts. Instincts remain basic and low-tech, and believe me, after 2 years of intensive clinicals, you do have instincts already, and you can learn to trust them. So overall, my points to you as you graduate are to put the devices down and be present when you can, look up and listen when you interact with your patients. Embrace technology, but don't forget the low-tech aspects of nursing, all while trusting the instincts that you do have. I know that all of you have both the high and the low-tech tools to go out there and become excellent nurses. So best of luck on the NCLEX, your future schooling, and welcome to the profession. We are very happy to have you.
Thank you, Professor. I would now like to introduce our nursing faculty speaker, Professor Buffy Riley.
Good evening. First, I'd like to congratulate the class tonight. I'm really so very proud of you. I am so honored to be here in front of you tonight to be a part of your celebration and your accomplishments of graduating our program here at CCM. As you know, how rigorous it really, really is. And on that note, I really want to thank the family that's here and friends supporting the graduates up here on stage tonight, because without you and all your support being here for them, you're a huge part of their success. So thank you for being a support to them. I'm going to add a little bit of history. I know we heard a lot about technology and what's new out there and what's to come, but I just want to talk a little bit about what makes tonight so special. So tonight is a pinning ceremony. So everybody graduates, but not everybody gets a pin. So it's special for nursing. And what is it? It signifies an ancient rite of passage into the nursing profession. So it's a big deal here tonight. The ceremony actually dates back to the 12th century during the time of the Crusades. Monks who vowed to serve the sick were awarded a pin in the shape of a Maltese cross. So it's really a very amazing thing that it's come way back from there. And then it continued on in the 1860s. Florence Nightingale, of course we have to talk about Florence Nightingale. She was awarded the Red Cross of St. George in honor of her efforts in the Crimean War. The tradition continues today, as we see here our graduates on the stage, and to be awarded a pin. For every graduate nurse gets a pin. So that's a big, very special. This is a very special night for you. And the greatest thing about entering into the profession of nursing, as Professor Horan mentioned, the Gallup poll, they say that nursing is the most honest and most ethical profession. It's been ranked that for the past 14 years in a row. So you are entering into just an amazing, trusted field. So that carries a lot of weight, knowing that you are out there working with the public that looks up to you, that trusts you because you are a nurse. The pin actually signifies three things. It's a medal of honor, it's a badge of success, and it's a cross to bear. So your medal of honor is when you actually receive your pin tonight. Your success comes with graduating. And your cross to bear lies in the responsibilities you have to listen to your patients and family members, to be compassionate at all times, even when a person has different values than you do, right? And that you remain dedicated to provide safe and effective care at all times. You are the future leaders. Continue your education and be the great nurse you're graduated to be. Good luck on those NCLEX tests, and congratulations on your success. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor. I would now like to introduce our graduate student speaker, Kirsten Kielblock.
Welcome, family, friends, and faculty. On behalf of the class, I would like to thank each and every one of you for your unending support, love, and encouragement over the last 2 years. I know I speak for everyone here by saying we could not have done it without you. To our family and friends, We know it has not been easy to pick up our slack or deal with our madness, especially around exam time. Thank you for letting us vent, giving us a shoulder to cry on after tests, and for never doubting that we could make it this far, even though we may have neglected you for the last 2 years. As I am sure you are aware, the County College of Morris has empowered us with an evidence-based, practice-driven, and technology-infused nursing education that will lead the way for us to improve healthcare in all the different practices we plan to pursue. So, that being said, our class would like our friends and family to know that texts and phone calls for health advice will cost $9.95 per minute to help defray our student loans. To our professors and clinical instructors, you have given us not only the skills and information to be great nurses, but also the confidence we need when we start our first nursing job. Your infinite patience and trust in us was absolutely vital in us making it this far. You may remember us as one of the whiniest groups, but we prefer to think of ourselves as having the unique ability to fight a nursing rationale that was completely wrong. But despite our sometimes fierce outbursts after an exam, our professors were always quick to reply with their support, even if they didn't plan on giving us any points back. Looking back, they just must have been teaching us the all-important lesson that life isn't fair. But know that each of us consider ourselves lucky to have had you all guiding our journey to become nurses. We will never look at a crowning baby without thinking of Professor Masha's face saying, "Hello," with her hands modeling a cervix. We will never look at lunch without thinking of Professor Aggie joking that even a ham sandwich can be sued. The personal stories that our professors have shared with us have really connected our education to the career field. Well, except maybe the stories about a crazed rescue cat named Victor. But even those were important in reminding us to laugh and to find joy outside of work, especially when we have a bad day. And we will have bad days, when no matter how much empathy you show, how great your care is, or how stable your patient may seem, output will hit the fan. And let's hope they don't have C. diff. That is why it is so important to take care of yourselves. Nurses all too often neglect their own health, even though it is our job to foster healing in the bodies and minds of others. Nursing is a career where we must look out for each other, support and encourage one another. Incivility between healthcare workers is destructive for everyone, and most importantly, it can negatively affect our patients. But if we take the time to take care of ourselves and our fellow nurses in the same way we care for our patients, the results will be spectacular and monumental. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "What lies behind us and what lies before us are small matters compared to what lies within us. And what lies within each and every one of you is the power to make a difference in every patient we come across. You hold the power to make a scared and sick child laugh. Share in the overwhelming joy of bringing new life into the world. Help someone with chronic illness gain back some normalcy to their life. Let someone know that it is not their fault that someone who they love has hurt them. Allow a veteran to tell the story about being a paratrooper in the Second World War for the 8th time that shift. And to let a dying woman know that her legacy will live on long into the future through her children and grandchildren. I'm sure you all know now that listening, really listening, is a lot of what a nurse does. And our patients want to be heard, probably more than anything else. If you remember anything from tonight, know that you are all amazing. Your dedication to your patients and your perseverance through this rigorous and grueling experience are just some of the many great qualities that you possess that will make you remarkable nurses. Never stop learning. Continue on in your nursing education, not only to defer your student loans, but because there is always something new to discover and expand your knowledge. Dr. Seuss said it best. You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know. You are the guy who'll decide where to go. So go forth and be the absolutely amazing nurses we all know you will be. Everyone here is so proud of you.
Thank you. And now we will have the presentation of candidates by Lori Krupo, our nursing lab coordinator, as well as the awarding of pins by Kathleen Horan, our chairperson, and Suzanne Gilmore, our assistant chairperson and nursing faculty.
First row. Luz Marina Alvarez. Denise Bosenberry. Chelsea Bro. Justine Sillo. Lee Alexandra Cooper. Maria Cruz. Fiorella DeSena. Kirsten Kielblau. Elizabeth Mead. Susan DeLellis. Kathy Dickerson. Javier Aaron. Just check that when you finish, because they are personalized. Hopefully we got them in the right order. Emily Felipe. Carrie Graham. Cheryl Hayes. Caitlin Elizabeth Claypack. Laura Nauer.
Oh, baby! Go, Curly.
Carly Cowhut. Joanna Lako. Marina Maroulis. Martha Martinez. Kimberly Pancholi. Lena Petroniak. Anne C. Portine Kudlak. Yi Fong Pu. Caitlin Roach. I'm not gonna not get this one. I'll try, Pia. Piathia Sampun Prasit. Glenda Marie Velez. This is a big night for this family. Melissa Maria Velez. Gladys Alexandra Villagas. Sarah Viviani. Patricia Weinecker Genovasi. Megan Werner. Jamie Lee Zotnia. We have 4 students that are not attending this evening: Cornelia Klopatel, Francine Marcello, Sylvia Managra, Stephanie Visco. So we wish them the best also. Congratulations, class.
We would now like to do something very special. We are going to recite the Nightingale Pledge. I would invite all of the nurses who are in attendance to stand with us, as well as my class. The Nightingale Pledge is on page 2 of your programs. That concludes our program for this evening. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming, and our speakers.